Welcome back to Mortem. Today, we're covering a developing murder investigation that has attracted significant attention across London this week. Let's begin. During the early hours of Sunday, June 21, 2026, that familiar setting became the focus of a major police investigation. According to the Metropolitan Police, officers were called shortly after 3:40 a.m. following reports of a serious disturbance on Westow Hill. Despite the efforts of paramedics, he was pronounced dead at the scene. Police immediately established a large crime scene, closing sections of the surrounding roads while specialist investigators began gathering evidence. For local residents waking up on Sunday morning, the heavy police presence served as an indication that detectives believed a major crime had taken place. At that stage, few details about what had happened had been released publicly. Officers appealed for witnesses and encouraged anyone with information, CCTV footage or dashcam recordings from the area to come forward. Investigators also began reviewing surveillance footage from nearby businesses and transport routes. One of the key priorities in the first hours following the incident was determining who had been present during the disturbance and identifying any individuals who may have left the area shortly afterwards. Within a relatively short period, detectives carried out multiple arrests. Police confirmed that 6 people had initially been arrested in connection with the investigation. Although authorities did not immediately reveal the identities of those arrested, they stated that inquiries were progressing rapidly. The speed of the arrests suggested investigators had been able to identify potential suspects early in the investigation, although police did not disclose exactly what evidence led to those arrests. Following formal identification procedures, police publicly named the victim as 31-year-old Kamahl Cameron-Williams. As is common practice in homicide investigations, officers first ensured that his next of kin had been informed before releasing his identity to the public. Beyond confirming his age and identity, investigators released very little personal information. On Thursday, June 25, 2026, the Metropolitan Police confirmed that the Crown Prosecution Service had authorized criminal charges against 3 men. The 3 individuals charged with murder were identified as Isaiah Adio Weathers, age 23, Amari Auguste Francois, age 21, and Ellis Shakiam, age 23. Police also confirmed that Amari Auguste Francois had been charged with possession of a bladed article. At this stage, responsibility shifts partly toward the courts, where prosecutors will present evidence and the defendants will have the opportunity to respond to the allegations against them. It is important to remember that a criminal charge is not a conviction. Under the law, every defendant remains presumed innocent unless proven guilty in court. While 3 men were charged, investigators confirmed that the remaining 4 individuals who had previously been arrested were released on police bail. Their release does not necessarily mean the investigation involving them has concluded. At the time of writing, police have not disclosed what events led up to the fatal confrontation. Authorities have also not released information explaining whether those involved were previously known to one another. Likewise, detectives have not publicly discussed any possible motive. No official account describing the sequence of events immediately before the incident has yet been presented in court. These details often emerge only after prosecutors outline their case during future court hearings. With murder charges now authorized, the case enters the British criminal justice system. The defendants are expected to appear before the courts where the charges will be formally presented. Additional information may emerge during future court hearings, and the facts available today may be expanded as evidence is presented publicly. Until then, the officially confirmed timeline remains limited to what police and prosecutors have chosen to release. Mortem breakdown. Motive. At the time of publication, investigators have not publicly established a motive, and no motive has been presented in court proceedings. 2 out of 10. Operations. The Metropolitan Police responded quickly, making multiple arrests within days and securing murder charges against 3 individuals as the investigation rapidly progressed. 8 out of 10. Reach. The incident occurred on a busy public street in Crystal Palace, prompting a large police response and attracting widespread media attention across the United Kingdom. 6 out of 10. Terror impact. The fatal attack caused significant concern within the local community due to its public nature, though police have not indicated that the incident was terrorism-related. 6 out of 10. Execution style. The victim was fatally stabbed during an incident on a public road in the early hours of the morning. Based on currently verified information, investigators believe multiple individuals were involved, resulting in 3 murder charges. 6 out of 10. Mindset. The intentions and state of mind of those charged have not been publicly established and will ultimately be determined through the court process and presentation of evidence. 3 out of 10. The death of Kamahl Cameron-Williams has become one of the United Kingdom's most closely followed murder investigations this week. As the case moves through the courts, more verified evidence is expected to emerge. M.O.R.T.E.M will continue following this investigation as official updates become available. Thank you for watching. If you value factual, evidence-based true crime documentaries without speculation or sensationalism, remember to subscribe and join us for future investigations. Until next time, stay aware and stay informed.